Hello everybody, welcome back to Seafarer The Ship Sim. The LNG and Bulk update is finally here. It will be released on November 25th to the public, but that doesn't mean you can't play it right now if you opt into the beta. Let's go to quick play. We have the Nordic Duchess as one of the options here, but we also can operate the Willy, and I was talking about that before, and we also have an option for a cargo ferry called the Big Trip. We're gonna be trying all of these out today, but we're gonna start with the Nordic Duchess. And here we are on board, and it is an absolute unit of a ship. Look at this thing, man. This is what I've been excited for a while since they announced they were going to be adding these. And check it out, we have a lamp here, and this is like the little spot you would be at normally, so you can see just how close you are to the side. Man, look how far down that is. That is incredible. Very cool. The purpose of this video today is just to check out the vessels. We're going to explore them, and we're not doing a long trip or anything like that, but we will be doing that in the future. Let's go downstairs on this thing here so we can explore the inner workings of this ship, because my lord, it is massive. Look at this. Got a room in here. Nothing that we can operate, it doesn't seem like to me. Let's go up here and check it out. We're actually on the, or we're walking towards the bow of the ship, but there is the bridge right there. What a beautiful, beautiful unit, man. This thing is so cool. We can just walk all around here. Look at that one coming into port. Very nice. Yeah, we have to go check out the engine room, and it's going to be probably a minute before we get down to that. You can really see the scale of this ship whenever you come down here to the deck and walk all alongside here. All right, this has to be the way to the engine room down below. There's got to be a way. Probably through here. This is a pump unit. These pumps are used for cooling water, ballast water, or fuel systems, and are powered by electric motors. Okay, so that is something we can actually interact with. It is ominous, but there is the engine room and staircase. That's what we're looking for. Sweet. I love that it's actually labeled. We have in here just more. Yeah, this has got to be the way to the engine room. We have deck 1. Yep, there's the engine 1, engine 2, and check this thing out. There it is. Wow, man. This is so cool. I'm just nerding out. I'm just nerding out and having a blast doing it. Over here's more options. There's another pump unit. And this is our actual engine itself where we have to take care of it. There's the air filter for that. We can do it just like we did before. Oh, that's cool. We get a different sound. It doesn't do that thing it used to do. I do like that sound much better. You can easily get lost in this engine room. That is for certain. But we're going to head upstairs, and we have to operate it a little bit. Here's a diagram of the ship so we can see where we're at. And we're currently down here on deck 0. It's changing colors. We have to be getting close. Here we go. We're on deck 6. Here's a little office here. Very nice. I'm going to walk into here, and there is the bridge. Wonderful. And here it is. Wow. Let's add some power here, get this thing moving. We need to go just to the dock ahead of us to fill this thing up. We are rolling, though. As long as I don't go left or right, we should be fine just to go straight ahead. All right, we have to hit the horn. Okay, it's a pretty decent horn. All right, we threw the lines. Now we can see what it's like to actually fill the tanks. I take it we have to go downstairs for this, so we're gonna do exactly that. Or can we actually swap? No, we cannot. So we have to walk all the way down. Deck 0, yes, this is where I wanna be. This should get us back outside. That's the way into the engine room and stuff down there as well, but we need to go out this way. All right, let's step outside, come down here, and get to the flange plugs. Apparently there's only one flange plug. Look at the detail on this thing. This thing is wild. All right, it's this one here. That's all we have to do, remove the cap. Oh, we have to remove the bolts themselves. Wow. This is cool, man. I'm not sure if you would do it in a star pattern on this particular thing. So I'm just gonna go around. There we go. Awesome. All right, we got that. We need to place the loading arms. Okay, that's over here. The loading arms. Oh, it's a crane controller. All right. Oh, this is the loading arm right here. Okay. It's important that you stick the schedule so you don't... Shut up. We know. We know. So we go down with this. Yep, right trigger for that. Okay, let's go down this way. This is so cool, man. This is neat stuff. All right. Push it forward maybe. Up a little hair there. There we go, connected. Nice. All right, so you have to put the crane controller down and then come over here and use the terminal. That's what we have to do. All right, tank 1, start the pump. That makes sense now, right? We can switch tanks with the right bumper, left bumper. Which tank do they want us to be on? 2, 3, tank 3. Turn the pressure down a little bit. Oh, there we go. Got to bring it up. There we go. Okay. Getting used to that. That's pretty cool how it does that. So you obviously wouldn't want to be in the green, so let's try to find a sweet spot here. Wait, when you make an adjustment, it's big. Oh, go up. There you go. Keep it in the green. Well, at least it doesn't take a long time to fill these up. I think this is an acceptable speed for that process. All right, almost done here. There we go. It's done. Hit back. Attach the security bolts to the flange plugs. Okay, so it automatically puts that away for us. Wonderful. We have to put the bolts back on. That's all we have to do. All right, everything's in. Yes, it is. So now it is ready to sail 27 nautical miles, which we will not be doing, but this vessel is pretty darn cool. Next up, let's check out the bulk carrier Willy. We already know what this looks like because we've seen it before. All right, welcome aboard the Willy. Here it is in the rain. If you haven't seen my previous video where we pretty much went through the whole Willy and checked out the interior and the engines and all that and the bridge, you can check out one of the previous videos. I'll have it linked in the description below. Well, it turns out we were already at the right dock, so that actually worked out for us. Let's go outside back into the rain, and we're gonna go check it out. I do love the atmosphere this game does provide. It really gives you a feeling of being out on these vessels. All right, so we have one here. Open the loading hatch, and look at it go. That is so cool, man. Oh, this is so neat. All right. Load sand, 0 of 100. Okay, we have to use that thing to load the sand? I think we do. We swap to the shovel crane. There's shovel crane 1 and shovel crane 2. Okay, it looks like we need to be at shovel crane 1, so it's this one here. Yep, that makes a lot more sense. Let's bring this thing down. All right, we hit A to open the hook like that. It goes down, and we hit it again. Pick up sand just like that. Nice. Let's bring it over this way. And this is how you do bulk loading. So we're gonna go left bumper to get back down here. This is just so cool, man. This is a lot better than the bulk containers we were doing before, in my opinion. Just try not to smash into the bridge here. This is where it helps to use that little screen there on the left. Oh, hello, man, it is touchy. It is touchy. Just bring it down. There we go. And you just drop it in there with A. Yep. That's 25 of 100. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this for a minute. There, I turned on some lights so we can actually see, because it is getting dark out here. I did not want to do this at night, but apparently that's what it was set at. So that's okay. We can see what the lights look like. It really does help to see what you're actually doing here. Bring it on down. We're getting close. Should be the last one here. There we go. That's all there was to that. All right, we need to close the cargo holds. Okay, I put it back where it was. Oh, that makes sense. This has to be the cargo hold here. We really can move mountains. Yes, we can, right? And we close the cargo holds, and then you sail away. Very, very cool. And last but certainly not least, we have the big trip we're going to be checking out. Let's change that time to afternoon so we don't have that happen to us again. We can have it a very nice day out here. All right, we need to dock at the marked pier up here. Looks like we're moving. Are we moving? We're definitely moving. Okay, that's interesting. Let's take steering over here. Man, you can't see anything on this. This really comes down to using your HUD to see anything. We have to go 0.3 nautical miles, or use the outside view, of course. But yeah, look at this bad boy. The big trip. That looks pretty cool, man. All right, where's the horn? Pretty much the same as the other ones. No different. All right, I went full power on this thing so we see this thing churn. And it's just got one big motor, it looks like, and a rudder. That's pretty much it. It's about as simple as it gets. All right, let's pull the power back. We got up to about 10 knots there. And we're gonna throw the lines out. So you have 2 cranes that you can use to load with, it looks like. And it's just like we did before, although these are much bigger containers. I wonder if we have to make this longer. Let's see, can we change it? We have extend and intrude, so X and Y. There it is right there. I was about to say, this is a much wider container than anything we did before, so that would make sense. There we go. Very interesting. So we know what this is like already, so we're not gonna waste our time with this. We are going to explore this vessel because I have not seen it before, and I'm sure you haven't either, unless you've been playing on the beta. Yeah, look at all of this. All the lighting here. And the actual bridge itself is in the middle of the entire unit, so I would imagine that the engine room would be back this way. But we'll see if we can go in this way. All right, we got deck 0 here. Yep, this is where we would go. So we are here, and then there it is. So you can go back there to that one and go down the engine room that way, because we're on Monkey Island, it looks like. Well, we're on deck 0 here of Monkey Island in the bridge. I think I'm mistaken. I think we were at the right spot, because when we swapped back onto the vessel, we were further back. We weren't at the bridge itself, which makes sense why this staircase was here the entire time. All right, check it out. We're near the engine room. Open it up, go in here. What we got? We have another way to go down here. Wow, yep, this is the engine room. Check it out. Okay, so the engine room is very, very similar to the Willy. It's pretty identical, actually. So if you didn't see what the Willy looked like in the previous video, well, now you know what it looks like, because it's very similar. This is a heat exchanger and filtration system. The heat exchanger regulates the temperature of oil and cooling water, and it can be manually locked using the shutoff valves. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll tell you a little bit more about what each of the components do, which is fine if you're new to it. Checking the air filter. So we have 4 engines on this one, by the way. It is a beast. You can really get lost in all of these hallways. There's a lot of them. Let's open this up. Yep, I figured this was the way to get outside. I wanted to make this video a little bit shorter than usual, so we could just see what the update offers, and we had an idea of what you can expect from the vessels themselves. If you want to see more Seafarer The Ship Sim, check out this video. We checked out the police boats, and about 10 minutes into the video, you'll see the entire interior of the Willy.